All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to build a blueprint for two of the most foundational parts of our lives, family and marriage. Now, if you're a health professional, understanding this blueprint isn't just some sociology exercise. It's an absolutely critical tool for understanding your patient's health and well-being.
So let's start with a really big question. If you were to boil down human society to its most basic, essential parts, what would you even find? What's that one core unit that pretty much everything else is built on?
And the answer, really no matter where you look in the world, is the family, an institution that's often formed and made official through marriage. These two concepts are the absolute bedrock of our social structure. They shape everything from how we see ourselves to the culture we all share.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll pin down what a family actually is. Then, we'll dive into the whole institution of marriage. From there, we'll get specific and look at the laws here in India that shape all this. And finally, and this is the big one for you, we'll connect everything back to health and what it means for your work.
First up then, let's start at the beginning. What exactly is a family? Let's break down this core social unit.
Well, at its heart, the definition is pretty straightforward. A family is a basic social unit. The key ingredients are the ties that connect people, whether that's blood, marriage, or adoption, and the fact that they live together and share life's responsibilities. It's basically our first team, our first social circle.
But of course, a family is so much more than just a dictionary definition. It's a living, breathing system with distinct characteristics. It's often based on marriage, yeah, but it's also there to provide protection and economic support, and maybe most importantly, it's there to meet our essential emotional needs. It's this dynamic, multifaceted thing.
And of course, families don't all look the same. You've got the nuclear family, which is what many people think of first, parents and their unmarried kids, but then you have the joint family. Now, for nurses in India, understanding the joint family is absolutely critical. We're talking multiple generations, grandparents, uncles, aunts, all living together, sharing resources. And what does that mean for healthcare? It means health decisions are very often made by the group, not just the patient. An elder's opinion can be just as important, if not more so, than the patient's own.
So, what does a family actually do? What's its job description? Well, it has several core functions. There's the biological side of things, reproduction and raising children, the social part, teaching culture and values, the economic part, earning and managing resources, the emotional part, providing love and support. And then look at that last one, the protective function. This is where you come in. The family is our first line of defense, our primary caregiver when we're sick or in danger.
Okay, so if the family is the core unit, how is it typically formed? Well, that leads us right into our next section, marriage, the institution that most often creates and formalizes that family bond.
Marriage is way more than just a personal relationship. It's a socially approved union. And that social approval is key. It grants the partners specific rights and responsibilities. It legitimizes any children they have. And it formally establishes a brand new family unit within the wider community.
Now, while monogamy, the union of two people, is by far the most common form around the globe, other forms do exist. Polygamy is the umbrella term for having multiple spouses at once. This breaks down into polygyny, where a man has multiple wives, and the much, much rarer polyandry, where a woman has multiple husbands. So why is marriage such a persistent and important institution? Well, it provides a stable framework for forming a family and raising kids. It offers a ton of emotional and social security, which research shows can seriously reduce mental stress. And it helps regulate social behavior, giving people a recognized status within their society.
So we see these universal functions of marriage, but how are they protected and structured in a specific country like India? That brings us to the legal framework.
And this isn't just about a bunch of rules. It's about protection. These laws are designed to provide structure, to define people's rights, and to offer solutions when things go wrong. It's all about ensuring the stability and safety of the family unit. So here's a quick glance at four huge ones. The Hindu Marriage Act of 1955 was created to codify the rules for the majority population, basically taking traditional customs and organizing them into a formal legal system. For couples outside that system, or from different faiths, the Special Marriage Act from 1954 provides a really crucial secular option. Then, we've laws that tackle specific harms. The Dowry Prohibition Act of '61 criminalized that destructive practice, and the Domestic Violence Act of 2005 provides vital civil protections for women who are facing abuse at home.
Let's zoom in on the Domestic Violence Act because it is so important for healthcare workers. The crucial point here is that its definition of abuse is incredibly broad. It's not just physical. It includes sexual abuse, verbal and emotional abuse, and even economic abuse, like denying someone access to money. Now, for a nurse, this is key. You may be the only person who notices the subtle signs of emotional or economic abuse, things that often go unreported but are just as damaging to a person's health.
And this brings us to our final and most critical section. Why does all of this matter for nurses and other health professionals? Why should you care?
This quote from a study right here in India really says it all. High-quality family relationships directly translate into better health-seeking behaviors. When a woman has a supportive family, she is significantly more likely to get the care she needs. The link could not be clearer.
You see, the family is a real double-edged sword when it comes to health. On the positive side, it's a source of emotional support that lowers stress and helps people recover from illness. But on the negative side, family conflict, violence, and neglect can be direct causes of physical trauma, poor mental health, and just devastating health outcomes.
And this is the ultimate takeaway. As a nursing professional, you are not just treating an individual, you are treating a person who exists within a family system. Understanding that system is fundamental to providing truly holistic patient care, to spotting the subtle signs of abuse, and to delivering health education that will actually be followed.
So we end with this question for you to think about. If we accept that a healthy family is the foundation of a healthy society, what then is our role as healthcare providers in strengthening and protecting that foundation? It's a question worth thinking about long after this explainer is over. Thank you for watching.